Welcome back, cadets. I hope all you are well and doing great. Today we will study fifth and sixth method of farm practices. So let us start with the fifth method, that is weeding. To ensure a good harvest, the crop have to be protected against the diseases, pests and weeds. Weeds are the unwanted plants that grow along with the main crop and it competes with them for the sunlight, water, nutrients and space. They also affect the growth and yield of the crop plant. It has been noticed that weeds sometimes grow faster than the crop itself. Specific type of weeds grow with the particular crop. Some weeds are poisonous too. Some common examples of weeds are Chenopodium, Amaranthus, Convolvulus, wild oats. So these are the example of the weeds. Removal of weeds is called weeding. Weeds can be removed by following methods. It can be done by hands, by spraying weedicides, and by biological methods. So let us start with the first one. Pulling out weeds by hand is a common method that is used by the farmer. It can be done by using khurpa, trowel, or a harrow. So these are the tools that are used to remove the weeds. To remove weed, we need to place the forked end of the blade under the base of the weed and push down handle to remove it. So, removing the weeds by this method is a manual method. Now let us understand the chemical method. Using chemicals generally referred as herbicides. Herbicides is a pesticide used to kill the unwanted plants and it is used for the control of weed. So it is a chemical weed control. So weedicides are the chemicals which are poisonous for the weeds. These chemicals do not harm the crops but destroy only the weeds. So weedicides is also known as herbicide or it is also known as weed killers. These are the substances used to control the unwanted plants. For example, 2,4-D ethyl ester. Selective herbicides kill certain targets while leaving the desired crop relatively unharmed. Herbicides can be applied by a variety of means including aerial spraying, blanket wipers or boom sprayers. So these are the methods or it is used to kill the weeds. Now biological weeds control. Biological method of weed control. Bioagents like insects and pathogens etc. are used to control the weeds. Insects and pathogens infest weeds and they either reduce growth or kill the weeds. Biological control method can reduce weeds but it is not possible to eradicate the weeds. Now, it can be used by using natural substance, neem extract and glyphosate. Neem oil is extracted from the neem tree. Neem oil contains at least 100 biological active compounds which appears to cause 90% of the effects on the most pests. So neem oil is used to control the weeds. Next is glyphosate. Glyphosate is the chief ingredient in the weed killer and one of the most commonly used herbicide worldwide. Now let us understand crop protection. Crop need protection from grazing animals, wild animals, birds, worms, insects, and germs. Protection from intruders. So crop need to be protected from the following: grazing animals, birds and wild animals, rats and moles, locusts and grasshopper. First one is by grazing animal. Fencing is a popular wild animal protection practice. Farmers use different type of fencing. It may be wire fences or plastic fences. This fencing is raised around the field to restrict the entry of the intruders. Next is crop need to be protected from the birds and wild animals. Farmer put scarecrow or make use of beating drums to keep them away, means to keep the crop from birds and animals. Scarecrow is like the shape or cut out of human form placed in the fields that scare the birds away from the fields. The birds are useful for the crop before flowering and fruiting because they eat away the insects, larvae, and worms which feed themselves on the leaves. Birds are harmful only when the crop start bearing fruits and seeds which are eaten away by the birds. Now crop also need protection from the rats and moles. Like any living creature, rodents seek food, water, and shelter. So, rodents can colonize garden beds, ornamental planting, and lawns. Field mice in the field eat seeds, nut, and vegetation as well as small insects. Mice also eat garden plants. Rats and moles not only destroy the plants, they can also infect the crop with the several pathogens. So, rodenticide is a poison. It is used to kill the rats. Crop also need protection from the locusts and grasshopper. Locusts have huge appetite. Locusts are voracious eater of the leaves, birds, and even stems. Locusts are small and brown or deep yellow in color, and grasshopper are big and green in color. Locusts is related to grasshopper and both insects look similar. Now crop protection from insects and germs. Insects and germs are parasite on crop, may also cause diseases in the plants. Germs may be virus, bacteria and fungi. To save the crop from insects, virus, bacteria and fungi, poisonous chemicals called pesticides are sprayed. Pesticides are the poisonous chemical or it is used to kill the pest, but it does not harm the plants. Pesticides sprayed on the plants, but it will kill useful insect as well, like the honeybees, butterfly, etc. So, insecticides and fungicides are the pesticide that are used to kill the insects and the pest. First one is insecticides, for example, mortine, DDT, methylparathion, begon, malathion. So these are the example of insecticides. Next is fungicide. Fungicide include Bordeaux mixture, copper sulfate, and it is used to kill the fungus. So today we learned about the crop protection. Please watch this video at least 3 times so that you can understand the concept. Thank you.